Hello, VIPKID teacher Kate here again to tell you a little bit more about what it's like to work for VIPKID. So, if you haven't taught online before, there are some major differences between a typical brick and mortar teaching job and this teaching job. If you haven't done any teaching, that's also okay. But there's some things that you do a little bit differently to get used to teaching in an online platform. So what this is like is, in some ways, it's like tutoring because you're doing one-on-one lessons with kids. Their parents sign them up individually for each and every class with you. They purchase a course of lessons from VIPKID, and then the parents go in and handpick their teachers from the list, and based on availability, based on your parent feedback from other parents, and based on the little bio that you put together. So it's like tutoring because it's one-on-one and the lessons are 25 minutes long. The students will typically take a couple of lessons a week. Some take more depending on their resources and what they're able to fit in their schedule. These kids are often going to school all day long and then doing 2 to 4 hours of homework at night, as well as taking a lesson online. So they're very busy and sometimes a bit tired during their lessons. So you log into your online classroom and you teach a provided lesson. This is one of the things I love about this job. You really don't have to plan the lessons. You can plan extra little fun activities. You can plan fun reward things like building a decorated Christmas tree throughout the lesson for doing a great job. And you plan things like how you're going to teach the lesson and how you're going to make it fun and help them understand by acting things out, by using props, by explaining things in funny ways to keep their attention. But you don't have to plan the actual curriculum. It's all really well laid out, and they give you a PowerPoint that you can look at before you teach. I usually just look at them the day before, the night before. I flip through them on the app on my phone. And then when you're online, you just pull that up and you teach right from the PowerPoint slides. So there is a huge level, a huge span in levels, between the beginning students and the advanced students. The students typically are 4 to 12 years old. They made a pre-VIP, which is also known as level 1. Pre-VIP is actually for 4 to 5-year-olds. And a lot of the skills are pretty different in that, so there's a little extra training you do before you start teaching level 1. But they start as young as 4 years old, and I've even had a couple students who are not quite 4 years old, so it's pretty challenging for them. So they go from 4 to 12. Obviously, if they've taken a lot of classes, they're going to be more advanced. Most of these kids also take English lessons at school. So this is in addition to that because their parents want them to learn the neutral North American accent. So that's why that's one of the requirements for teaching with VIPKID, is that they want you to be speaking clearly and precisely to these kids so that they can learn to be understood if they are doing business in the future or going to school in the future in a North American country and using this English. So it goes all the way up through level 6. Starting about level 4, the kids become fairly fluent where they can really talk to you and have a conversation with you. And that's something you practice in each and every lesson at any level. But they get really good at it at some point, and then it's really fun because you can learn about their lives and ask them questions related to the lesson, but you can go beyond the lesson too. They want you to be extending the lesson if there's time. So I find that to be really fun. I'm learning a lot about life in China through this job. So what else do you need to know? Let's see. For the lower levels, you are going to have to act things out. This is a full immersion program, and some of these kids are starting with some English. Some of them are starting with nothing, or maybe they can just sing their ABCs. So then you have to actually show them what you want them to do. You have to use your whiteboard, use your props to act things out. In level 1, there's quite a few lessons where they talk about hitting a baseball. So I literally hit, and then they respond. So they learn that this is going to mean that they have to talk. Or you say, hit. That means I'm saying it, you're going to repeat it. Hit, and you show them, hit. because if they have no English, no previous English knowledge, no prior knowledge, you have to show them, not teach at them. So that can be pretty different if you've done other types of teaching before. Let's see. Showing, not telling. I just talked about that. It can be a little bit hard to fill up your schedule depending on where you live and what hours you're available. But there are some tricks, and so I'll address that in another video. But make sure that your profile page is the best it can be. Put a really clear picture where you can really see your face. You're not wearing sunglasses, you're not wearing a hat, so that they can see that you look very friendly and approachable for their kid. And I tried to have my little intro video be a little bit funny. I think that that helps too. Or just show your personality in that. You're basically just introducing yourself. Hi, I'm Teacher Kate. I work for VIPKID. I'll see you in my classroom. It's really brief, but you can try and jazz it up a little if you want. Yeah, so that's what teaching is basically like. Let me know if you have questions more about the lessons or the platform for teaching, basically. Yeah, that's it. I guess this is a pretty quick one. So if you wanted more information, please email me. I'll put my email address below. If you are ready to apply, then use my referral link. If you use my referral link, I can track you through the hiring process and send you tips along the way for each and every step, as well as answer any questions that you might have. So that will help you be a lot more likely to be hired because you have a referral and because I'll be helping you. And I was offered the second to highest base rate when I was hired, and I also was hired immediately after my Mach 1 interview. So I did pretty well in the hiring process, and I feel like I have some skills that I can share with you and pass along so that hopefully you can be really successful in this as well. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.